MakingAScene.org brings you how to use AI to write better email subject lines for fans. Okay, let's jump right in. Today, we are stepping into the gritty, high-stakes world of fan communication. Think of this like an investigation. We're looking into the mystery of the unopened email, and we're going to discover exactly how artificial intelligence can help you finally crack the case. Because, every indie artist absolutely knows this feeling, right? You've written the email, you've got a killer new single or maybe a fresh batch of merch, and you know the folks on your list are believers. But then you get to that blank subject line and you literally freeze. Suddenly, that tiny little line feels way bigger than the song itself. It's like this shadowy threshold. If it's boring, they walk right past it. If it sounds like some desperate corporate ad, boom, deleted. So why do fans walk past the front door? Mostly, it's because the sign on it just didn't feel like you. Okay, let's dive into this. AI tools, ChatGPT, Claude, Google Gemini, Perplexity, all the big ones. They are incredibly useful. But we really need to set the record straight right out of the gate. AI does not have a soul. It just doesn't. And it certainly doesn't know your fans better than you do. You gotta think of AI as a street-smart informant. It's there to offer you options, to get you unstuck when you're staring at a blank screen. It can show you 20 different ways to say the exact same thing. But always remember, AI is the assistant. You are the artist. Let's be real, your fans did not sign up to hear from a corporate marketing bot. They signed up for you. They signed up because of your music, your lyrics, your vibe. If you're naturally funny, be funny. If you're raw and direct, be raw and direct. A massive mistake I see artists make is thinking they need AI to sound more professional. But honestly, in the music game, professional usually just translates to forgettable. Your authentic voice isn't just decoration here, it is literally the product. So, how do we actually brief this AI assistant? Well, you have to teach it your voice before you even ask it to write a single word. First up, paste in a few of your old emails, or maybe your bio. Next, you gotta set some really strict tone guardrails. Tell it exactly what you want, like a warm, casual tone, and explicitly forbid the bad stuff. No hype, no clickbait, definitely no fake urgency. And finally, set length limits. You aren't asking the AI to magically become you. You're just building a fence so it doesn't wander off into marketing jargon land. Because a vague investigation only gets you vague leads. If you just type in right subject lines for my show, you are gonna get total garbage, I guarantee it. AI only gets better when you feed it gritty, real-world ingredients. You need to give it the city, the venue, who else is on the bill, the mood of the night, and specifically what kind of fan should care. Give the AI those juicy, useful details, and suddenly it actually has something real to work with. And this brilliantly illustrates the core philosophy of a good subject line. It is absolutely not some cheap parlor trick to force a fan to open your email. No, it is a promise, an honest-to-goodness promise that the email inside can actually keep. What you're doing here is building a long-term relationship, where opening your email consistently feels like it was worth the fan's time. Think about it. Big news you will not believe. That's a trick. When the fan opens it up and sees it's just, a routine Tuesday gig reminder, you've just trained them not to trust you. You sound like a flashy discount furniture ad. But what about Friday night in Decatur? One more time. Now that is a promise. It sets an expectation, delivers on it perfectly, and keeps that trust completely intact. Now here's a totally rookie mistake, asking AI for 10 subject lines and getting 10 identical plain ideas. Stuff like, new song out now, or listen to my new song, or new music dropped. That is literally just rearranging furniture in the exact same room. Instead, you need to ask AI to test completely different emotional angles. Try comparing a plain announcement with something way more vulnerable, like, this one hurt to write. You see the difference? That pulls completely different emotional levers. So, where exactly do we deploy this digital assistant? Let's check out the lineup. We're mainly talking about show announcements, merch drops, new releases, memberships, and those all-important thank you messages. Let's quickly break down how to handle a few of these specific scenarios. Starting with show announcements. General language like live this Friday, it has no pulse whatsoever. Going to a show is a very local decision. A fan in Nashville only cares about the gig they can actually walk into, right? So ask your AI to generate highly local, emotional versions. Nashville, Friday is ours. That actually names the fan's hometown. It creates this immediate, localized connection that some generic alert just cannot touch. And when it comes to merch drops, remember, you aren't just selling inventory. You're offering a flag that basically says, hey, this music means something to me. You can use AI to test practical language, like new shirts up now, against something story-based, like we finally printed the desert design. Oh, and a super important warning here, never use AI to fabricate fake scarcity. If you can literally just print more shirts next week, don't pretend the world is ending tonight. Just be honest. So the crucial point is that membership emails require some extra care. You're asking for ongoing support. And yeah, it can feel a little awkward. Test a really direct approach, like a new way to support, against an angle of belonging, like come a little closer to the songs. It really needs to feel like an intimate invitation into a community, not some needy, high-pressure corporate pitch. Now, thank you emails, so incredibly underrated. But this is actually where AI can easily slip up and spit out some cheesy poetry, like an unforgettable evening of musical magic. Ugh, throw that right in the trash. Your human truth is absolutely required here. Something like still thinking about last night. It's simple, it's real, and it connects. Your fans don't need artificial poetry. They just need your truth. Keep this number glowing in your mind for me. 60. When you're prompting your AI, tell it to keep subject lines under 60 characters. This is actually recommended by platforms like MailChimp, mostly because anything longer is probably going to get chopped off in the dark, crowded inbox on a fan's mobile phone. Keep it short, keep it punchy. Now we enter the interrogation room. Testing. Platforms like MailChimp, Kit, or Constant Contact let you run A/B tests. This is awesome because it means you can put two completely different emotional angles up against each other out in the wild. You send them to a small chunk of your list to see what your specific audience actually clicks on before sending the winner out to everybody else. But be super careful here because the dashboard data can totally lie to you. We all used to obsess over open rates, but MailChimp warns that bot activity and features like Apple Mail Privacy Protection, or MPP, can completely inflate those metrics. MPP actually preloads tracking pixels, making an email look like it was opened by a fan, even when it definitely wasn't. So please don't worship just one vanity metric. Let's pivot from obsessing over those misleading dashboard numbers to what truly matters in this whole investigation. The ultimate question isn't just, did they open it? No way. The real question is, did this email help the relationship? Did they feel seen enough to stick around? Because really, that's the only mystery we actually need to solve. To answer that, we have to look at the real clues. A subject line only wins if it gets a human being to take the next step. Out there in the real world. We're looking for clicks on that ticket link. We're looking for direct replies from actual people. We're tracking merch sales. And most importantly, we're looking at how many people literally walked through the doors of the venue. To become an absolute master at this, you need to keep a swipe file or just a simple journal. Save your subject lines and jot down the context. Track those real-world actions we just talked about. And over time, study the patterns. Maybe your fans absolutely love city names, or maybe they can't stand emojis. Figure that out. Then you can feed those past, proven patterns right back into your AI assistant to make it even smarter for the next round. Okay, we gotta quickly cover the dull but completely necessary deliverability check. SPF, DKM, and DMARC. I know it sounds like alphabet soup, but these are essential server authentication rules. Google actually requires them to protect against spoofing. If you don't set these up in your email platform, your beautifully crafted AI-assisted email is heading straight into the spam filter. Just do the boring chores so your emails actually get delivered, okay? Once that technical stuff is handled, you have to bring the humanity back. The biggest danger of AI is sameness, sounding like some overly cheerful marketing intern. You have got to add your fingerprints back in. Mention the van, mention the busted amp, the sticky floor at the hometown room, the 2 a.m. diner run. AI can totally polish the language, sure, but only you can provide the gritty, lived-in truth that actually connects with a fan. Now, what's really interesting about this is it's your ultimate lie detector test. AI can give you 20 subject lines in like 10 seconds, but speed is not taste. You are the final judge. Before you hit send, you need to ask yourself one question. Would I actually say this to a fan at the merch table? If the answer is no, scrap it and rewrite it. Ultimately, email is an incredible act of independence. You aren't sitting around waiting for some social media algorithm to bless you. You are reaching real people who explicitly ask to hear from you. Let AI help you find the door handle, let it polish the sign, but when they finally open that email, make absolutely sure the person standing on the other side of the door is the authentic artist they signed up for. Make sure you check out the other great articles and resources on makingascene.org, the place the indie artist goes to build the new music industry.